Hello fellow Teryx 4 riders. I just thought I'd make my first video for you. This involves the camber problem on the back of a Teryx 4. I've seen other videos where they put tubes inside of the tubes and put a 1/4-inch spacer in to make the top link longer, changing the negative camber to more of a zero camber. I thought that doing that would change the spot that I'm pointing to in the wrong spot, because the piece that I cut off, which is this piece, would go out at an angle and then it wouldn't fit the machine. So what I did is I cut the tubes all the way through, added a piece of 5/16 flat stop, and I want to kind of show you the way I did it. I made a fixture here. It's very crude, but it's still a fixture. I have a rest point here, a rest point here, and a rest point here. I also put shims under the arm to hold it nice and flat. So initially, before I cut this, let me put this piece on here again. I have the arm up against that one and these two, and then I drew a line. Again, this is before the piece is sawed. I scribed a line, I'll get a little bit more light in here for you, along the edge to tell me where that surface should be, and also on this edge where that should be. Because once it's cut, I do not know where to position this. So the dimension from mounting point to mounting point stays the same from before you cut it to after you cut it. So when this thing is moved back and forth, you put this piece back on first, weld this piece on. This piece is a 5/16 by 1 3/4. I think it's 4.5 inches long, kind of centered up on there. I have my gauge blocks on the bottom to hold this nice and straight. This one here is sitting on top of the washer on the front and the back. That side is welded first, here and here. Then this piece is put on up against the plate, and that is moved front to back until this lines up with this, and on the other side. Just remember to scribe this line front and back on before you cut it off. Also, a good suggestion would be to mark this with an O or an X and this with an O or an X, so you know which way it goes on, so you don't flip it upside down. Now what I did on here, after this was tacked on, I fitted it on the machine. It fit perfect. And then I had a good friend of mine weld this up for me. Very good welder. And just remember, The upper A-arm on the other side of the machine is directly opposite. And what I found out, and this is why I don't agree with the pipe, but I'm not an engineer. What I found out is these tubes here and here are offset, I don't know, I would guess about 1/8 inch to 3/16. So if you use the tube idea, I think it's a good idea, but this point will no longer line up on your machine. It's longer this way, so it's also over this way. So therefore you can see this part is this way by about 3/16 to 1/8 of an inch. And then it lines up real nice after it's complete. Let me know what you think about this video. This is my first one on YouTube. If you have any other suggestions that are better than mine, let me know. But I'm just trying to help out you Teryx 4 riders as far as that rear camber on the back wheels. I'm sure it was designed that way for safety. I don't like the way it looks. It's not a big deal to other people, but it is to me. Thank you.